All right, picture this. The ancient land of Canaan. A guy named Jacob, you might also know him as Israel, has settled down there with his massive family. And I mean, massive. 12 sons. And this is where our story kicks off with one of them in particular. The second youngest, a 17-year-old named Joseph. Now, Joseph wasn't just any teenager. He was his dad's favorite. Like, really the favorite? Jacob was old when Joseph was born, and he just doted on this kid. To show everyone just how special Joseph was, Jacob gave him this incredible multicolored coat. A designer robe, basically. You can imagine how well that went down with his 10 older brothers. They saw that coat, they saw the special treatment, and they couldn't stand it. The jealousy was so thick you could cut it with a knife. They couldn't even manage to say a nice word to him. It was a household simmering with resentment. And Joseph, well, let's just say he didn't exactly help the situation. One night he has this crazy dream, and instead of maybe, I don't know, keeping it to himself, he runs right to his brothers. Guys, listen to this dream I had, he says. We were all out in the field, tying up bundles of grain, right? And suddenly my bundle of grain just stood up straight, and all of your bundles gathered around and bowed down to mine. Silence. You could hear a pin drop. His brothers just stare at him furious. Oh, really? They say, dripping with sarcasm. So you think you're going to rule over us? You think you're going to be our king? And yeah, they hated him even more after that. You'd think Joseph would learn his lesson, right? Read the room, dude. But nope. Not long after, he has another dream. And guess what he does? He tells them again. Listen, he says, I had another dream. This time I saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars, and they were all bowing down to me. This time he even tells his dad. And Jacob, who loves him more than anything, even he's like, whoa, hold on a second, son, what is this? You think me, your mother, and all your brothers are going to come and bow down to the ground in front of you? Jacob scolds him, but the story says he kept the matter in mind. He was thinking about it. His brothers, though? They weren't thinking. They were just jealous, consumed by it. The dreamer in his fancy coat had pushed them too far. They saw him not as a brother, but as a threat, a privileged kid who thought he was better than all of them. These dreams, whether they were from God or just a teenager's ego, had lit a fuse. And that fuse was about to lead to an explosion that would change their family and the course of history forever. They just didn't know it yet. All they knew was that something had to be done about Joseph and his dreams.